The waiter had just poured our champagne when my wife smiled across the candlelit table and said, "David, I want a divorce." I smiled back. Then I reached into my jacket, pulled out a manila folder, and placed it gently on the table. "I know, Jen," I said calmly, "and I know why." 6 months earlier, everything was different, or at least I thought it was. We were high school sweethearts, 25 years of marriage, 2 kids, both in college. I built a software consulting business from our garage. Jennifer worked as a pharmaceutical sales rep. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable. Happy, I thought. I loved her completely, trusted her with everything. That was my first mistake. 3 days before our anniversary, I came home early after a client meeting got canceled. As I walked in, I heard laughter upstairs. A man's laughter. My stomach dropped, but I told myself I was overthinking. Maybe a colleague, maybe a neighbor, maybe I was just being paranoid. I climbed the stairs quietly. Our bedroom door was half open. And what I saw, my brain refused to process it at first. Jennifer, with someone, in our bed, the same bed where we had held each other through her father's death, where we cradled our newborn daughter for the first time. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was who it was. Trevor, my business partner of 15 years, my best man, the man I helped when he went bankrupt, the man who ate dinner at our table every Sunday. I stood there frozen, phone shaking in my hand. I should have kicked the door open, should have screamed, should have destroyed everything in that moment. But I didn't. Something stopped me. Instinct, control, or maybe something colder. I hit record. 30 seconds, that's all I needed. Then I walked away, silently. I drove to a random parking lot and sat there for 2 hours, staring at nothing. That night, Jennifer kissed me on the cheek when I got home, asked how my day went. Trevor texted me about a client presentation. Both of them acting like nothing had happened, like I was a fool living inside a lie. I said nothing. For the next week, I became a ghost in my own life. I barely slept, barely ate. I'd sit across from Jennifer at breakfast and feel like I was staring at a stranger. Was any of it real? Or had my entire life been a performance and I was the only one who didn't know the script? But I didn't confront them. Not yet. Instead, I watched. I noticed everything. Her phone was always face down. Late work nights suddenly appeared twice a week. Trevor started wearing new cologne. They shared inside jokes in meetings, jokes I didn't understand. How long had this been happening? I hired a private investigator, Robert, retired detective, no nonsense. I showed him the video. He didn't even blink. "How deep do you want me to go?" he asked. I looked him in the eyes. Everything. 2 weeks later, he handed me a folder, and my world shattered all over again. The affair had been going on for 3 years. 3 years. But that wasn't even the worst part. Trevor had been stealing from the company, our company, the one I built from nothing. And Jennifer was helping him. They had siphoned nearly $400,000, hidden through shell companies, fake invoices, quiet transfers, money that should have been our future, my future. Robert showed me everything. Bank records, emails, messages, plans, their plans, a life together, funded by me. Then I saw the message that changed everything. Jennifer texting Trevor. "After the 25th anniversary, he'll feel too guilty to fight me. He'll be generous." Trevor replied, "Poor David. He never sees what's right in front of him." That broke something inside me. Not the affair, not the money, the disrespect, the certainty that I was weak, that I was blind, that I was easy. They had no idea who they were dealing with. I hired 3 lawyers, divorce, criminal, business litigation. We built a plan, precise, silent, unforgiving. I didn't change a thing. I smiled at Jennifer, worked beside Trevor, planned our anniversary dinner. even let her pick the restaurant. She wanted it to be special. I knew exactly what she meant. Her big moment, her perfect exit. I was happy to give it to her. Back to the table. David, I want a divorce. People nearby turned to look. Her voice trembled, but she stayed composed. I haven't been happy for years, she continued. We've grown apart. I need to find myself. I hope we can do this amicably. I didn't react. I just slid the folder toward her. Open it. She hesitated. Then she did. And I watched the color drain from her face. Page after page. Evidence, messages, photos, bank records, truth. David, I'm not finished. She flipped to the last page. A police report, filed that morning. Trevor had been arrested 3 hours earlier. Her hand flew to her mouth. The business was never truly his, I said quietly. I structured it that way years ago. Every transaction he made, traceable. I leaned closer. The FBI is involved. David, please. The divorce you're getting isn't the one you planned, I continued. You're not entitled to stolen money. And that prenup you thought you beat? I paused. It has an infidelity clause. Silence. Then the words that ended everything. You get nothing. She broke. Not for us, for herself. The kids, she whispered. They know. That hurt her more than anything else. I stood up, dropped cash on the table, looked at her one last time. You wanted to find yourself, Jen? I said quietly. I hope you do. I turned away. You're going to have plenty of time. I never looked back, but that wasn't the end. Not even close. A week later, Trevor's lawyer reached out. Trevor was panicking, facing serious prison time. And suddenly, he wanted to talk. He claimed Jennifer planned everything, that she seduced him for access, that this wasn't 3 years, it was 5. Then he handed over recordings. I sat in my lawyer's office, listening. Jennifer's voice, cold, calculated, cruel. David is too trusting, she said in one recording. He's easy to control. I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, just clarity. Was any of it real? I asked. My lawyer sighed. Maybe once, she said, but people change. Trevor took a deal. 3 years. Jennifer got 5 to 7. Our kids haven't spoken to her since. I never wanted that, but I won't lie to protect her anymore. The business survived, barely. I'm rebuilding now, slowly. Some nights I sit alone in the house and think, was it worth it? Then I remember the folder, the lies, the betrayal, the way they laughed at me, and I realize this wasn't revenge, it was justice. If someone shows you who they really are, believe them. And if they try to destroy you while smiling to your face, make sure you're smiling back, while documenting everything. Sometimes the best revenge is stopping them before they succeed. The champagne from that night is still in my fridge, unopened. Not as a reminder of what I lost, but of what I saved. My dignity, my future, myself. 25 years is a long time to love someone, but it's not too long to finally see the truth, and it's never too late to walk away.